Hello, good afternoon. My name is Kim Anderson, and thank you for being with us today on Missoula Live. I'm solo today. Joel Baird, our general manager, is manning the booth. Because we're a little short-handed, there's a lot going on in town, so we have our cameras all over the place. So you're stuck with just me, and I'm going to try to make it as smooth as possible, but hey, who knows what could happen. Anyway, like I said, I'm Kim Anderson, and I'm on the board of Missoula Community Access Television, and I'm the Director of Programs and Grants for Humanities Montana, which is a statewide agency that funds and provides cultural programming around the state. A little later on today, we'll have an intern here at MCAT, Mason Good, who will talk a little bit about our Saturday programming that's new and exciting for young people here at MCAT. In terms of Humanities Montana news, there's a lot going on. A bunch of us, the staff of Humanities Montana, just got back from St. Louis, where we joined with our colleagues from around the country and talked about the issues and concerns and programs that we all share. And I'm very proud to say that Humanities Montana was given the very coveted Schwartz Prize for the best programming in the nation. So we were celebrating all weekend long about that, and we're very grateful to all of our constituents and the staff at Humanities Montana and our board for helping us do the good work that we love to do, and we're able to do thanks to everyone's support. So we have a full show today, and our first guest is here on the couch with me today, and her name is Anne-Marie Brinkman. She's the Executive Director of the International Choral Festival. Welcome, Anne-Marie.
Thank you, and congratulations. That's a great
thanks.
award. Wow.
Yes, we're quite proud. This is our sixth national award.
Wow,
so
good for Montana.
Montana does good work, yeah.
Yeah.
You're doing good work, and this is an annual event that everyone looks forward to every year. Why don't you tell us about it?
It is the Messiah Benefit Concert, and we are kicking off the holiday season, is the way we like to think of it, because it's the weekend after Thanksgiving, and it's a benefit concert to benefit the 10th International Choral Festival, which is coming this summer in 2016, and the School of Music. They have some orchestral and choral student scholarships that this will help support. So it's a great cause. It's really good timing, if you ask me. I think people will be full of their turkey dinner. They may have guests. They'll be done shopping.
Right.
The Gris will have won over the cats. So I just think this should, culminate the weekend, Sunday evening, and come to a great benefit concert with some amazing musicians and amazing music.
Yes. Now, I want to hear all the details of the benefit concert, but first, maybe you could give us, it's hard to believe that everyone in Missoula doesn't already know what the International Choral Festival is, but just in case someone moved to town yesterday, tell us.
Well, this is the event. You have to come. It's a triennial festival, so it only happens once every 3 years, and we invite choirs, and not just any choir, world-class choirs from around the world, and they all convene in Missoula, and then we spend about 4 days with them in the community, and they do lots of concerts, and we have some social events for them, and we do finally at the end on Saturday a big finale at the Adams Center with a parade of nations, and all 600 to 700 singers will be there. And it's amazing. We have some choirs from Zimbabwe, and we're really working hard to get a choir from Cuba. We think that would be really exciting. And Poland and Hong Kong and the Philippines, just a lot. Costa Rica is a new one too. So a lot of countries will be represented, and the music is fabulous. It's they bring their culture with them, and it's just a great event. And so we're really looking forward to it. Starts on Wednesday, July 13th, with Karis Park. So we perform at Out to Lunch, and we have all day Wednesday, we have free concerts. So that's one of our free ones, and then we'll have a free concert at Southgate Mall, and then in the evening, our youth choirs will join the city band.
What an opportunity.
Yeah, it will be great. We're super excited. We're also excited because we're starting a youth choir from Missoula in surrounding areas. We're hoping to get that off the ground in February, and they'll be represented at our International Choral Festival. So we're also going to bring in the community and have some young people represented at our event as well. So,
and I have to say, for people who may not have experienced the Choral Festival, it is really one of the most total community immersion events, I think, in this area, because our guests from all over the world stay in community homes, and everybody cooks for each other, and it's just a wonderful blending of, from people from all over the world get to see Missoula, and then everyone creates art together.
They do, and what I've noticed are the bonds that are formed. I hear so many stories when I'm out and about of people that are going to visit their guests that they had in 2009, or on our Facebook, which is just starting to really ramp up because I'm featuring choirs. We got 3,000 hits from Costa Rica.
Oh my gosh,
so it's
that's amazing.
And they're so excited to come. They came with, this particular conductor came with a different one, and he just always talks about the Missoula hospitality and warmth of the crowds and the people they stayed with, and the community support for this is amazing because we have the hosts and we have the volunteers, and then people also just give to us, which we appreciate, and we're also doing this benefit concert to help that out as well. So it really is just an all-around great community event.
And you said this is going to be the 10th?
It is.
So that means this has been going on for 30 years.
Yes, our first one was in 1987 under the direction of Don Carey. Yes, you remember him.
I do actually remember,
I do too. He's going to conduct one of our pieces at our finale concert. So we're bringing him, we're roping him back in just to celebrate that this is our 10th anniversary. So.
Well, you will have a busy 6 months ahead of you.
I will.
But let's go back to, because all of these wonderful community moments and artistic moments aren't free. I mean, it takes an immense amount of work and time.
It really does.
And energy and planning. And so, in just a few weeks, we can help support what will be happening this summer with the Messiah concert.
Yes, and there are a couple of ways to support that. We're still calling all singers. So if you sing and want to join the chorus, we would love to have you. There's no auditions, and we ask singers to raise money to sing in the chorus. So there's a minimum of $85 if you're a community member and $40 if you're a student. And then we just ask that you get these pledges, and we pursue prizes from the community as well. So whoever makes the most money in the singers gets some nice prizes. So we do have those opportunities still available, and you can go to our website, which is choralfestival.org, and you can register on there.
Great.
First rehearsal.
There, Joel has it up so people can see.
Oh, great. Yes. Click Messiah Benefit Concert, and you can go ahead and register on that. And so our first rehearsal is this Sunday, November 15th. Ooh. So nobody's missed anything. We have 2 rehearsals and then the dress rehearsal, and only the dress rehearsal is mandatory. So if you can't make the 15th or the 22nd, that's okay. Come to the 29th. And that's the concert day, November 29th.
Right.
It's Sunday. It's at 7:30 at the Denison Theater. And the concert itself is free to the community, but we'll accept donations at the door. And that'll be another way that we can raise money for both the School of Music and International Choral Festival. So.
And do you have a goal that you're hoping to make?
Yeah, we are. We would like to kind of break out of our, usually we have been making around $8,000.
Wow, that's
We would
good.
really like to get up to that 10,000, and then we split and we both get 5,000.
For the 10th
Yes,
Festival.
10,000.
I think that's totally fitting. We can
great.
definitely do 10.
Yeah.
And so that's a combination of the singers themselves getting
Yes.
pledges and supporting it, and donations at the door.
Yes, it's a combination of both
Right.
of those. And so I think we can do that. Every year we just get a little bit more. So I've really put that goal up there this year.
And part of the funds go to support the International Choral Festival, of course, but another part of the funds goes to support the School of Music at the University of Montana. Is that
That's
correct?
right. Yeah, particularly choral students and orchestral students for scholarships for either one of them. So they take their proceeds and will put them towards scholarships for their students.
Oh, that's great. And I
Yeah.
bet there are a lot of university students who take part in the
Yes.
singing and the
Yes,
performance.
in fact, I would like to mention that Dr. David Edmonds will be doing the conducting,
Oh,
and
yes.
he's the director of the choral studies. Amazing conductor, amazing person. Just he'll have the chorus and the orchestra sounding wonderful.
Yes.
And the UM Chamber Chorale will be joining us as well. So we'll have their presence in there as well.
So it won't be just amateurs like me singing. You'll have some support behind you.
We have some support, which is always good. And I just put all the rehearsal tracks up on our website so
Excellent.
everybody can practice. So I'm sure they'll want to do that.
Well, I can absolutely say, because I've done it in the past, that nothing gets you in the holiday spirit more than singing the Messiah with a whole bunch of your community members.
It's amazing to be on that stage
Yeah.
with an orchestra and the soloists and, you know, the whole chorus behind you. Usually the chorus is about 100 people, so
It's really moving.
It really is. And Mayor Engen will be there to welcome us and kick it all off.
Oh,
and
great.
So, like I said, just a great start to the holiday season.
Well, all right, Anne-Marie, one final time at the Denison Theater, November 29th, 7:30 p.m., donation at the door.
Right.
And if you want to sing, get on the website this week and click the button.
And click the button. Easy to register. Not going to be hard at all.
Okay. Thank you so much for
you,
coming
Kim.
and telling us about it again this year.
I
And good luck.
appreciate you. Thank you.
We'll be back. I believe we have a public service announcement any second now.
I have the power. I have the power.
I have the power.
I have the power.
I'm Attorney General Tim Fox. You have the power to report suspected child abuse. All it takes is one phone call to 1-866-820-KIDS. If you even suspect child abuse, call.
You have the power to protect Montana's kids.
This message is brought to you by the Montana Attorney General's Office, the Montana Department of Public Health and Human Services, and Northwestern Energy. If you keep tanning, indoors or out, the effects of harmful rays will show up on your skin. Wrinkles, age spots, and an increased risk of skin cancer, including melanoma, the deadliest form of skin cancer, and the second most common cancer in women 15 to 29. Stop tanning. Time may not be on your side. Learn how to protect your skin at spotskincancer.org. A message from the American Academy of Dermatology.
In the mid-1970s, the iconic grizzly bear of the Yellowstone ecosystem had what you might say a close call.
Well, you know, we didn't think that the bear population was going to make it in Yellowstone in 1981. There were perhaps as few as 32 adult females, and so we were really worried about the future of bears there.
U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service biologist Chris Servine has spent the past 33 years coordinating state and federal efforts to recover the grizzly bear. Looking at the volume of data, there isn't a bear population in the world that scientists know more about than the Yellowstone grizzly.
Well, there's over 1,000 grizzly bears in the Yellowstone ecosystem today, and they occupy over 19,000 square miles, which is more than twice the area they occupied in 1981. So we went from recovery to coexistence and trying to balance the needs of people with the needs of bears.
One of the big challenges with grizzly bears, of course, is their omnivorous behavior and the fact that they'll eat just about anything, which continues to put them into conflict. We're seeking to have bears in places that are biologically suitable and socially acceptable. We might need to do a better job of educating the public about what they might see now that they didn't necessarily see 20 years ago in terms of bear use. To work with those individuals to maybe clean up problem areas where we do have food sources or attractants that bring grizzly bears to less socially acceptable areas and keep them back in more biologically suitable areas. Bear-resistant containers in places where there's a large human presence maybe, but also either a frequent or an occasional grizzly bear visit. And those are the kind of situations that we can manage to some extent just by our own actions to ensure both their own safety and the safety of the bear population.
Once delisted, biologists will continue to use the best scientific methods available to monitor the population of the Yellowstone grizzly. This is Mike Gurnett, out with Montana's Fish, Wildlife and Parks.
Thanks for sticking with us here on Missoula Live. And I'm very pleased to introduce Sergeant Travis Welsh, who is here to explain why all of us in Missoula may be noticing that our police department has a little more facial hair than we're normally used to. Sergeant Welsh, can you explain to us No Shave November?
Yeah, No Shave November is actually an organization that facilitates fundraisers for breast cancer victims, breast cancer research, or not breast cancer, but cancer in general, with adults and children. And locally here, we, along with the Sheriff's Office, have partnered up to make a donation to Team Up Montana for cancer victims and cancer research. And they actually challenged us to meet their pledge of $500, and so we are participating as well and excited to do that. All of us, it seems anymore, at some level have been touched by cancer to some degree.
True.
And so we've had a lot of eager participation and a lot of fast-growing beards around the police department.
So the not shaving part is connected to the donation, and how?
What the organization asks is that you donate shaving supplies that you would normally use during the month of November to the fundraiser. And so rather than shaving, we're taking that money that we would buy shaving cream and razors and whatnot and donating it to the cause.
I've got it. Now it all makes sense to me. And I mean, as someone who purchases them for my husband, I mean, shaving razors and stuff are expensive. So it adds up.
We're probably right on the mark, or pretty close anyway, with
at
that
500.
Pledge,
Yeah. Do you have any sense of how many people in the department are participating?
Quite a few. You know, for the guys, it's probably a chance to have a little break from the morning routine, you know. And we've got quite a bit of participation in it already. We're just a little over a week in, and there's a lot of beards around City Hall.
That must be a fun thing, just to, as you see each other in the hallways and stuff, to know that you're all in this project together. Is there any way for the public who, when they see their favorite police officer in the street or in their school or wherever, to help the cause?
You know, No Shave November does have a website that people can go to. We at the police department have actually put out a press release about it, about our participation in it. They can learn about it by going to our Facebook page. There's a post on there about that. And they can also go to Team Up Montana's website and hear what they're all about, or see it anyway, of what they're about and what they stand for. So there's a lot of information out there, and it's pretty easy to find.
Yes, and Joel's showing just now, I think this is the police department page where maybe there's some reference to it. But I mean, I think for all of us, what the department is doing is wonderful, and what the sheriff's department is doing. But you're also going to be all month long a reminder to the rest of us that we could probably help out a little more, and then we should go to the Team Up Montana website and find a way to do that.
It is kind of a fun way to go about it.
Yeah.
It's a good visual reminder of what we're doing. It's you know, for everybody that passes each other in the hall every day at the police department. It's also a little camaraderie. You know, we all come together and work toward a common cause and raise a little awareness at the same time.
You're right. Who's got the best beard in the department so far?
Well, I think I do. Right
Yes.
now.
Well, I was.
I'm sure I'd get some arguments on that.
Is it uncomfortable?
You know, it's not something I normally have.
Right.
Usually I'm pretty clean shaven, so it's different. It's certainly different.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't had, I've never actually grown a beard, so it's a little strange.
Well, maybe at the end of the month when it's cold, bitterly cold and dark, you'll have second thoughts about getting rid of it.
It might be a little warmer then, yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming and sharing
Thank you.
about this with us.
It's a
And
pleasure to
once
be here.
again, it is No Shave November. When you see a member of the Missoula Police Department walking around with a kind of scruffy-looking beard, think again about going to the Team Up Montana website and contributing to this really good cause. Thank you, Sergeant Walsh.
Thank you. It was a pleasure to be here.
We will be right back, and we have several more guests coming up. So stick with us.
Sergeant Greg Amos with the Missoula Police Department. I'd like to talk a little bit about something I see downtown routinely, and that is pedestrians crossing against the pedestrian heads. So I'd just like to explain what is actually legal. You cannot begin crossing in the crosswalk when it's either flashing and in the countdown or solid red. The only time it's legal to begin crossing in that crosswalk is when the white crossing sign is displayed. What the countdown is for, and the only thing that's there for, is to tell you how much time you have to finish crossing the street, presuming that you started when it was legal to do so.
I'm Montana Hope.
I am Montana Hope.
I am Montana Hope.
For the last 30 years, the Montana Hope Project has been granting wishes to Montana children who face life-threatening illnesses.
I'm Montana Hope.
To make a donation and help their wishes come true, please visit montanahope.org.
We are Montana Hope. Sergeant Greg Amison with the Missoula Police Department. I'd like to talk a little bit about bicycles riding on the sidewalks in the city of Missoula, which we see a lot because Missoula is a very bike-friendly town. I would just like to let bicyclists know that they do have to yield to pedestrians on the sidewalk safely because they travel faster than a pedestrian, so they do have to do that in a safe manner. And then when you get to a crosswalk, you are actually required to slow your bicycle down to what would be called a pedestrian pace, and you cannot begin crossing until it's safe to do so.
Buckle up, Montana. Life is a ride you want to stay on. Send a buckle up reminder to a friend at plantolive.mt.gov.
And we're back, and I'm joined now by Jesse Rogers, who's with the Historical Museum at Fort Missoula. And you have a whole list of things that are going on at the fort.
Busy out there.
But the thing I have on my notes here is that there's going to be a book sale, and there's nothing I love more than a book sale. So tell us what's going on.
All right. Yes, we are knee-deep in books right now. We started moving this morning, actually, because the book sale kicks off this Thursday. We're extending our hours, so it kicks off at 10 a.m. this time. So we're giving people a few extra hours to get in there. So it kicks off Thursday, and it's at Heritage Hall, which is right across from, the museum area. And actually, our building T1 is like adjacent about 20 feet or so.
Right.
So we've been sorting and compiling all these books all year long. And then we hauled them all over, and I'm talking probably 1,000+ boxes of books.
Oh my God, nothing is heavier than a box of books.
No,
nothing.
A box of magazines actually is heavier.
Really? Isn't that weird?
We have many boxes of National Geographics, and those, when you pick them up, it's like, oh, okay. Now, and band.
Use the legs.
Yep,
yeah.
Use the legs. Been using these legs a lot today.
So it's Thursday and Friday?
It's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Oh, wow.
Yes, so Thursday through Saturday, it's 10 to 5 p.m. every day. Then Sunday is super sale day, so it's all the books you can buy for $10. All the books you can stuff in a bag for $10.
Wow.
So it's really fun, and that goes till 2 o'clock.
Okay.
So, I said, it's at Heritage Hall, Thursday through Saturday, 10 o'clock a.m. to 5 o'clock p.m., and then Sunday, 10 o'clock a.m. to 2 o'clock p.m. They're sold by the inch, so we have these rulers. You buy all these books, and you pop them up to the ruler. It's $1.50 an inch, so it's a great way
Such
to...
an amazing deal. I just cannot resist the sales. Are they mostly history books, or is it just an array?
No. I think maybe we have some pictures at some point, but we have history, we have Montana stuff, but we have thousands of fiction, sci-fi, novels. We have a whole kids corner. We have everything. I have got a complete box on cats. like, what is your cat thinking? Why did your cat do that? How to effectively communicate with your cat.
See, and those are the questions that there are really no answers to. So.
They're trying. Another book or box is on dogs. You know, we've got like Merle's story, the story of the free-thinking dog. Just some fun, crazy ones. We've got How to Train Your Monkey. So, very helpful. We've got
there we go. There we've got a picture of some of the books. There's some kids' books.
Kids'
Yay.
books. We've got gardening. We've got this set actually has signed by the authors. The authors wrote in a slip of paper to this boy who, probably mail ordered them back in the 40s or 50s.
They're beautiful. So you have some older books too.
Oh,
so maybe
we have
some really
specialty
good
prices. We actually, you never know what you're going to find.
Yeah.
We found a original Peanuts. It might show up here.
Oh my gosh.
Signed by Charles Schulz.
Wow.
Yeah. You never know what you're going to find.
And those that you've taken out
we
of
do
the
have a
general
specialty
by the
pricing
inch.
area, that has some really. There's Merle's door,
Right.
the story of the free-thinking dog. How to Know Your Monkey, Horny Toads as Pets.
I love it. Well, I'm going to be there Thursday for sure on my lunch hour. Oh, look at that.
Right.
See?
When I'm saying lots of books, I mean, those are just paperback fictions. We have hardback fictions, gardening. Oh, so
And
many
how do you
self-help
amass
books.
all the books? Tell us
People
a little bit
donate
about
them.
that.
All year long, we collect donations, and
I didn't know that. If I have books, is it too late this year? Should I hold on to them?
I'm asking people just because we've run out of room.
Yeah, look at that.
You see all the books on the table? There's just as many under the tables.
Right.
There's so many. So we've run out of room at the moment, but what I'm telling folks is as soon as the sale's done, we're doing it all over again. We're collecting, we'll be sorting all year, we'll be gathering them. We're like hunter-gatherers of books.
Foragers.
Exactly. That's what we do. We forage books and we enjoy it. And I will say that's the toughest part about sorting and doing this all day is your pile starts getting very large.
Oh yeah, no, they just showed the signed first edition. There it is. Snoopy.
Isn't it amazing? Yeah, that one is signed by Mr. Schulz. It was an amazing find.
Amazing.
Yeah, you just never know. And these are donated, like I said, from our community. We travel all over through western Montana picking up books from people. Some of the sets that people have given us, we had one lady donate us 40 books from her mother's personal library.
Right.
Every book had notes on note cards written about the book, put in there, and then newspaper clippings about maybe the authors or if they come to town. It was a historical synopsis of this woman's life, and all
Isn't
the
that
books
amazing?
are so.
But I know, what a good cause to donate to in that way. I know when my husband's parents passed away, there were rooms and rooms full of books. And as much as I love books, we couldn't possibly keep them all. And so I was kind of scrambling, looking at, so for all of you who are downsizing or trying to find a home for many or few books, this is a good thing to keep in mind.
It is. The Historical Museum at Fort Missoula, this is a benefit for the Friends, so all of the proceeds, this is our biggest fundraiser, goes to supporting educational programs. We have upwards of 10,000 youth from our schools come through our educational programs every year, and that's a lot of craft supplies. That's a lot of glue. That's a lot of relics and different artifacts that we have to recreate so the kids can get hands-on, and a lot of transportation. People don't know just how much it does cost to bus kids up to Moon Randolph Ranch so they can have a day on a homestead and learn about animal husbandry and stuff. So we have all these amazing educational programs that funds also all of our new exhibits. We had 3 new exhibits open this year: the St. Michael's Catholic Church, the Loggers Library Car, the Anaconda Library Car, which is the only one known in the entire nation to exist, and then finally the Alien Detention Center Barracks. That was, we followed that up by the debut of an Alien Place documentary, and that was a huge thing, but we're only able to open those and bring Missoula's history alive and bring them together through the Friends who, help us with donations, grant writing, bringing in funds. And our community is the backbone of that.
Absolutely.
And that's why we want to tell this story. It's not because we're just all about history and ourselves. We are empowered to keep Missoula's history alive and keep people understanding what has happened in the past so that we can learn to go forward in our future.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, Fort Missoula is such a unique, emotional site for this area. It has so many different meanings attached to it and experiences attached to that it's a really important place for us all to keep going back to and reconnecting with. Now, there's an opportunity to do that coming up, right?
And that kind of goes hand in hand with the new exhibits and things that we do, because we want people to know we're always changing stuff out there. We're always keeping it fresh. It's not the same thing. We've new exhibits, new things. We've got everything from homesteads to churches to trolleys to transportation to logging to, World War II. So this November 22nd is our holiday open house, which is going to be tons of fun because we are debuting our teddy bear collection.
Oh.
We have over, I think, like 100 or 200 historic teddy bears.
I had no idea.
They were donated by a local Missoula woman who had collected teddy bears for the past, 60, 70 years. And she wanted her teddy bears to go to a good home. And so we have the most eclectic group of teddy bears you've ever seen. And so we're having a holiday themed. We're going to have like giant-sized teddy bear games. We're going to have interactive things for the kids to do, little teddy bear memory games. We'll have some, cocoa and that kind of stuff, like appetizers. There'll be story time with Santa, so people can come bring the kids. There'll be some read-alongs. There'll be a really fun mixture of games and time to take pictures with Santa. We're, throwing the historic twist in there to be able to teach kids about the original teddy bear, which, of course, comes from Teddy Roosevelt back in the day. So just all this really cool, fun stuff with teddy bears. Who would have known? And that's November 22nd, noon to 4 o'clock, I'm pretty sure, right at the Historical
Museum. So that's a Sunday?
Yep. It's a great family, afternoon to come with the kids and hang out and play with teddy bears.
Oh, what fun.
Right?
Yeah. Now, for people who haven't been out to the fort, it's easy to find. It's easy to get to.
For the most part, every once in a while we do hear that the signs are kind of tough, but basically, if you're on South and Reserve, right there at the Rose Hours, Shopco, Holiday Station intersection, just keep going on south toward Blue Mountain. Right past Community Medical and the soccer fields, on your left is the Fort Missoula Road, the old Fort Road, and you'll just take that left and it literally drives into the museum. Our normal hours in the winter are noon to 5 o'clock. Tuesday through Sunday. We are closed Monday, but the grounds are always open. These are your lands. This is your museum, your lands, your history, and so they're always out there. People come jogging, they come walking their dogs.
Well, because the grounds are beautiful. I mean, this isn't just one building. This
No,
is
it's a 32-acre park full of historic structures that have either been there since the late 1800s or have been moved down there, like our homestead, and that's for educational purposes, teaching kids about homesteading life, or the church. That's its final resting place after it was moved, I think, like 5 times since 1863.
I didn't realize it had been moved that many times.
It's
It
the
is
oldest
such a
known
sweet
structure in
little-
Missoula County, and it's
such
so
a
neat.
sweet cabin.
Yeah, it's lots of fun.
I just, for my own information, want to ask. I heard you mention the Moon Randolph property, and is there a connection there between the fort
Mostly
and
just a partnership with our educational
That's
director,
nice.
and that's the big thing we try to do with our education and just in general, because we are part of Missoula and we're Missoula's history, that we try to really reach out to a lot of other organizations like the Daly Mansion down in the Bitterroot,
Right.
or like I said, the Moon Randolph. We work with lots of different small businesses in the area, like Dunroven Ranch and things like that, to bring interactive things to the kids, get the kids to go and have interactions and learn about their history and how things were and how that correlates today and how to still, some of these things are useful. We've got kids out there scrubbing clothes and all sorts of fun stuff. Sometimes I just bring my laundry to work,
Right. Kids need to do more of that, frankly. They're not getting
I grew
enough
up
of
doing
that.
it. I'm fine.
Well, in order to support all of these great programs, you've got your biggest fundraiser coming up. Can you give us the dates and the event one more time?
Yes, and please come out. I mean, I am ecstatic about some of these books. I was in the kids section and animal section most of the day. I'm picking up books that I was like, oh my God, I read this when I was 9, and it's just, So,
yeah, and only books can really make that happen. And it brings
really
back
is.
exactly who you were when you were 9.
Yeah, everyone was laughing at me because I was over there going, woo! All day long.
How many books did you put aside for yourself?
A few. It is this week, kicking off Thursday. So Thursday's the big, if you want to get there.
November
12th.
12th.
Yeah, but if you want to get there before everyone else does, there's a line usually around the block Thursday morning. So that it opens at 10 a.m. We have extended our hours from noon, so it's opening at 10 a.m. this Thursday, November 12th, running till 5 p.m. every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And then Sunday is the super sale day, so we have a bunch of nice big bags. All the books you can stuff in a bag for $10, and that will run till 2 p.m. So Thursday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Sunday, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And it's at Heritage Hall, which is just right there on the Missoula campus. If you get lost, just swing by the museum. We'll point you in the right direction. And just come. We are accepting credit cards this time.
Oh, great.
It's old
No, I should
school.
have
We're
asked
still
that.
writing them down. It's still a little old school, but yeah, we're a historic museum, so that we roll like that. But we are accepting credit cards and
Or checks or cash.
Checks, cash. No, we are accepting more books as donations, but after the sale.
Right.
So that's I've been getting a lot of phone calls from folks asking if we're still accepting donations of books. I would love to say yes, but we have so many books.
Right.
So as soon as this week's done, if you have books, then you missed the dates, then we'll start collecting all gear again for next year.
Well, it's an exciting event to look forward to again this year. Thanks so much for everything you do at Fort Missoula. It's a treasure for all of us. And if you haven't been, I'm looking at you, audience, if you have not been out to Fort Missoula in a while, you should go back because a lot of new things have happened, a lot of new buildings are open, and it's a great experience for adults, for kids, for everyone. So thank you so much, Jessie, for coming by again. It's good to see you again.
You too.
And we will be back. I'm not sure if we have Gerard Allen here from Opportunity E-Cycle. No, but we do have Mason Good, who's going to be talking to us a little bit about some NCAP Saturday programming. So we'll be back.
ready? Go, Bobby. Go that way and go the alleyway, and then go up the steps. You'll see them on your right. All right. What's up? Yeah. Yes.
With our final guest, he's not really a guest, he's here more than I am. We have Mason Good, who's a part-time employee here at Missoula Community Access Television and an instructor on our new exciting Saturday programming. Mason, can you tell us what's going on here on Saturdays?
So, we are running a stop animation Saturday drop-in program. And basically what that is stop animation is where you take one picture and then you take another after you move whatever you're taking a picture of just a little bit, and basically just keep doing that until it looks almost like a video, but it's a little bit more artistic, a little bit more detailed, and it turns out really well.
It's magic.
It is.
It's what I think it is. It's just magic.
It's really cool. And the kids that we had in our summer camp this summer camps, really enjoyed it, and they made some pretty cool stuff and were excited about it. So we decided we would do a Saturday, basically just a 1 to 5 every Saturday, for as long as we really feel necessary. And kids can come in. It's $10 to get in the door for 4 hours, and we have different stations, and there'll be instructors throughout, and some projects or some little projects or group projects, whatever really the kids want to do, however many we get, and they just create stop animation videos, and it's really cool.
Now, are some kids coming, every week and working on a bigger project that they keep working on?
We have a couple of kids that have been coming almost every week since beginning of October, I think, since we've been doing this, and they're getting along really well and making some good progress. But then we also have kids who have come in once or twice and just do a couple of small projects, and it's cool, and then they're busy and can't come other times, which is fine.
Sure.
And it's cool either way.
So I know in the poster, for instance, we see, I think, some Legos, and what are some of the common elements that people use often in stop animation?
So far, we've had a lot of kids do a lot of stuff with Legos, and I mean, who doesn't like Legos?
Because of the Lego movie, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, if you want to try and make a sequel to the Lego movie, go for it.
Right.
I mean, we've got plenty of Legos, and we've also got Play-Doh. We've got some animals. We've got a whiteboard. Whiteboard sketches and drawings are also really cool. We do. That's basically most of the materials that we use.
Okay, so like Play-Doh is like the Mr. Bill.
Yeah.
Or we've seen lots of examples of that.
Mm-hmm.
Or can you use like other kinds of little figures?
Yeah, you can use anything. You could use yourself if you're willing to stand there and really give it a big effort. But yeah, I mean, we've had kids just create little storylines on the whiteboard. I think we had It takes a while to do it, for sure. It requires a little bit of patience, and it helps teach patience and keeping your mind focused on one project to see it through to the goal. And we've had kids, I think the longest one we've had so far is about 3 minutes, but there was some other things that weren't stop animation, we can do that as well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it takes a minute to do it, but once it all turns out, it's a really good feeling of satisfaction once you've completed a project like that.
Mason, I just have to ask, because you're such a great instructor and you're so good with the kids, how did you get involved with MCAT?
So when I was really little, I wasn't really little, but when I was younger, I think I was in 5th grade when the first time I came and did an MCAT summer camp. And it was one of the earlier ones, which I don't really remember all of it because I was younger. But I remember having a lot of fun. And Scott was here. He's another MCAT employee. And we did some stuff, some live action video and different things like that. And then 8th grade, I kind of came in and like borrowed some gear, made a couple little videos just for Spanish class and random things. And then come freshman year, I kind of started coming in like as much as I really wanted to or needed to and just getting projects done. And then this past summer, Joel, the general manager here at MCAT, and felt that it would be cool if I helped coach the summer camps this summer. So I did, and it worked out well, and the kids were fun. We had a lot of fun during the summer camps, me and Scott. And then here we are, October and November, doing the stop motion animation. So,
well, now are the Saturday animation afternoons going to be open every Saturday in November?
Yes, we do. I'm not sure the specific schedule, but basically, if I haven't seen a calendar in a little while, but
it'll probably be on the website though.
Yeah, it'll be on the website for sure.
Right.
And I mean, come in this next Saturday. It's going on. I won't be here. I'll be up in Canada. But whoever's here can tell you the exact schedule then. But I'm assuming if it lands really close to a holiday, it'll probably won't happen then, just because everyone is going to be with their families.
Well,
and stuff
I was wondering about the Thanksgiving weekend coming up, so that might not be open. Check the website mcat.org. It is, again, give the times and where we are and the fee.
Yes, so we are. It's MCAT. We're downtown. What's our address?
We are on the corner of Higgins and Spruce.
500 Spruce.
Big green awning. The entrance is on Spruce, across kind of from Missoula Textiles. And so that's where you can find us.
Yeah, and then it's $10 to get in the door, or if you come half day, like an hour or so past, $5. I mean, yeah, just whatever is about that time.
Okay, so come on down and do a little animation with Mason and Scott and the team, and it's a great thing. What are the ages that is probably most appropriate
Basically, any age up until high school, and I mean, yeah, I mean,
there's no age too young?
As long as the kids are fine being here by themselves and can keep focused and we don't have to like really make sure that they're okay all the time, then that's fine. Yeah.
Okay. All right, great. Well, yet another great program in MCAT's arsenal. That's it for us today, I think, and we're going to close out the show with a little more of the Festival of the Dead, and we'll...
A couple of stop animation videos or summer camp type programs that have been created here.
Excellent. Join us again in 2 weeks when Joel will be back. All right.